Peace, magical ones. Will your day is well. It's your girl Sanserae coming back at you with another little video share. And it is Saturday night, and I was about to get a little work in. We've got the full moon coming to us in just a couple of days, so I decided to make a full moon oil. And full moon oils are good to go ahead and get them made a few days before the full moon so that you can allow them to charge. And this is a very special full moon that we're going to have on June the 20th and 21st. And it's special because that is the same time of the summer solstice or midsummer or Litha. Goes by a lot of different names. It's the time when we have the longest day of sunlight. So all of this is happening on the same day. It's a rare event. I believe the last time it happened was decades ago, and it's not set to happen again for some more decades. So it's really a cool time, and I definitely wanted to get in some witchy workings. I made a full moon eclipse oil a few months back when we had a full moon and eclipse that happened on the same day. So this is going to be my summer solstice full moon oil as well. And we also have another really cool little alignment going on. We got Mars visible as well. So Mars is going to be out on the 20th and 21st. The moon is going to be full on the 20th and 21st. And then we've got the solstice. So it's just a wonderful time. It can be very potent for your workings and wills and things of that nature. So if you have any items that you want to craft or get in the works, it's a great time to do so you can allow them to charge in the sunlight and the moonlight as well and take in all of that wonderful energy and those great vibes. So I'm going to show the family a really quick way to make a full moon oil. And you don't need that many ingredients. You can actually make one with just some olive oil, some jojoba, sweet almond, a carrier oil, and some essential oils. You don't really have to go all in with it. You can also make an oil where you add some herbs and some flowers and some various things like that. So it's really up to you and whatever you want to do. As always, it's your magic. So what I've got here today is I've got some things that resonate with everything that is going on in the cosmos, all the energies I'm going to represent in this oil. So I've got me a little bottle. Once again, my favorite, you already know I'm going to say, if you rock with me, Hobby Lobby. They've got these great little bottles. They come in a 4-pack and just a few bucks, and they're great to hold your oils and things like that. Of course, all of these items have been intended or blessed for what I'm going to do today. And if you don't have any of these herbs or the oils that I'm going to be using, there are various ones that resonate with the energies that we have going on right now. And what is really interesting as well is the color energy. So we obviously know that the sun resonates with the colors, you know, orange and yellow, but guess what? So does the moon. So I know a lot of you have looked up at a moon where it looked like it had an orange hue or maybe even a yellow hue, and those are also colors that resonate with the moon. So you can throw that in some way into your full moon's oil for this special occasion. Also orange peels, orange blossoms, orange essential oil, that resonates with the sun and the moon as well. So you could really make a solstice full moon oil just using some orange peels if you choose to do so, or some orange essential oil, or even juice from a fresh squeezed orange could be your oil for this special occasion. So it's completely up to you. But I also have here some other herbs and oils that resonate with either the sun, the moon, or the Mars energy that's going on, and I'm going to incorporate those into my oil. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a little bit of carrier or base oil. This one is actually sweet almond, so I'm just going to put it in my bottle. And I'm going to leave some room because I'm going to be adding some things, but we can always add more oil if we need to. So the first thing that I'm going to add are the orange peels. So I just dried out an orange, which is just slicing it, and then you can put it on a cookie sheet, the slices, on your oven's lowest temperature setting, and just be sure to check it every 20 minutes or so, and when they're hard and crunchy, they're dried, and you can use them in your wills after they cool. So I'm just going to do my 3, because you know I get down with the number 3. So I'm going to put 3 little peels in here. And then I also have some mugwort. This herb resonates with the moon. So does wormwood. So does jasmine. So you can use any of those or a combination. Also sandalwood and frankincense. Gardenia also resonates with the moon chi. So I'm just going to put a little bit in here. And then I also have some Calendula Petals, which are yellow, so I'm using them to represent the sun. Also the orange goes in there as well. And I've got some passion flower, which this is really cool. I've had this for a little while and I haven't really been able to use it. So it was wonderful to find out that it resonates with the sun as well. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of passion flower in here. And if you don't have passion flower, that's okay. Pine also resonates with the sun's energy. The oranges, as I said. So either of those will go good in your oil. And then I want to add some essential oils to this one. So the first one I have here is lavender, and this obviously resonates with the moon. So I'm just going to put a little bit of lavender essential oil in here. And once again, essential oils are not necessary. You don't have to use them. You could put some ground cinnamon. If you have some cinnamon, you could put that in your oil. That resonates with Mars and it's fiery, so it would go with the sun as well. You can put some fresh squeezed orange juice. If you don't have any essential oils at all, that'll work too. And this is a little bit of pine needle oil. So I'm just going to do 3 drops of this in here, and this one resonates with the sun as well. Cedar oil resonates with the moon, so you could use that one if you have that on hand and you choose to do so. And then I've got a couple of little crystals here, and I found these, and they were actually small enough to fit in my jar, so or my bottle. I've intended these. It's a little piece of citrine, and then I've also got a little piece of amethyst. So we've got the citrine in here for the sun, and I've got the amethyst in here for the moon. I thought it would go. If it doesn't, we got to back up. I've already tried. I thought it would go. Okay, so the amethyst is not going to go, but that's okay. I got me a little backup with this little clear quartz ditty right here. So we're going to throw that in there to go along with the moon. For the sun and Mars, you could also use bloodstone, sandstone, if you have that. Ruby also goes with both. You could use that if you have that. For the moon, amethyst, obviously, some rose quartz goes, moonstone goes, and you could always use clear quartz for anything. So we've got both of those in there. And now I also have a little bit of my fairy dust that I make. I can't give you the recipe for this, but it's a little ditty I make. It is enchanted with the energy of the sun and Mars as well. And I like to throw this in some things that are really special to me because it's very potent. This is the fire dust. So it's fitting to go in here as well. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of my fire fey dust in here. Ooh, that was a big chunk of it. So we got that in there. So if you had some frankincense resin, you could throw that in there. That resonates with the moon. If you have some sandalwood, you can throw that in there. That resonates with the moon as well. So there's a lot of different things, different herbs that you could use. Thyme also resonates with the moon, and rosemary is good for anything. It is a substitute for any herb. In most spells, you can substitute rosemary. So if you don't have access to these, which we carry the herbs at l9shop.com, be sure to check us out if you want to get some. But if you don't have access to those, you can always check out your local grocery store or your local farmer's market and at least get some thyme and rosemary. So they'll go as well. So I've got all my little ditties in here that I wanted to get in. I'm just going to pour some more oil in to fill up my bottle. You could also place like a cinnamon stick in here if you have one that is small enough to fit in your container or your bottle. You could put that in there as well, and that resonates with the energy of Mars and also the sun for the fire. So you can do that. Now what I'm going to do with this oil after I do a little blessing over it is I am going to set it in the windowsill, and I'm going to let it charge in the moon's light tonight. Although it's not the full moon yet, you can look at her. She's pretty much full in her bright hue. So it's a great time to set out your moon oils, your full moon oils, and let them charge up for 3 days prior to the full moon. So I'm going to do that tonight. And then to get the sun's energy in it, since this is my solstice full moon oil, I am going to leave it in the sun's light for the next few days as well, and let it take in both the energies. I've also got some really pretty yellow flowers that I'm going to make a little special place for the oil in the windowsill and set it out there so it can get its great little charge. So I just want to show the oil so that you can see. You can see that. I'll probably take a picture and put it in the group, and I'll definitely take a picture of the little sacred space in the windowsill and share with you all as well. So that's it. I'm willing this video helps you in some way. If you'd like to know a little bit more about me and what I do, be sure to check me out at the website. It's yaelsmoon.com and l9shop.com. You can also check out the Facebook group, Magical Scents and Hints, and check me out on Facebook by name, Sanserae. So until next time, family, peace and love and magical blessings.